This particular unit is a sales sample that we have that we brought to the show. You'll see on this side, this is a three-phase ganged vacuum pulse interrupter.
Yeah, he was just here.
These set are single-phase
So right here we have three
vacuum pulse interrupters. Some applications call for a true ganged and a true synchronous interrupt, and that's what a ganged mechanism will give you. It'll interrupt within an eighth of a cycle between all.
This is a special application.
And then you have the single phase where you do want to do a ganged interrupt, but you also want to have some flexibility to do single phase loads. Again, we're showing you the self-powered relay with the knobs and dials for the pickups.
It's actually
Instantaneous trip, the selection of single phase or three phase electrically ganged trip. It also has pulse indicators to tell you what was the last trip. Right here we're showing in the show it was a manual because we've manually tripped it here. And right now we have external power, and it's just showing we have external power to the relay. Typically we'd have this ready light blinking. If it's CT powered, this would be off and this would be off. We know the relay has power because the light would blink. Enough current flowing through CT power. It's protected by a 5012. It has all your standard ANSI and IEC curves in it with tie matters and cell logic. This unit has metering on it, so they can look at the metering. It has vent reports, the last 15 vents, and it has your trip LEDs. I can show you a trip right now by just going into controls, selecting the Y breaker, selecting out one, and trip. And now we trip the breaker. The other thing we do with our units, when they're powered from the outside, we put in a power plug and we have a test and operate switch. This allows our customer to be able to come in and set the relay, test all the unit in the yard before it's installed. That way your tech can come out, set the relay, they can test anything on the unit they want to test, put their stamp on it that it's ready to go, and they'll just take it out. Then the line crews can take it out and go install it and not rip the unit. This unit also has a cut-in, cut-out switch, so it allows you to locally cut in or cut out the ground relay. Again, this is our hybrid unit. On this side over here, we're showing you the liquid-filled visible disc, the liquid-filled side. And on the right side, we're showing you the gas-filled side. We'll start with the liquid-filled side. It's a three-phase switch, three-phase vacuum switch. Open and close by opening the handle. And then to lock it out, we have to deploy the visible disconnect right here. See, it's closed now. And you can see they have the visible break. Now we're showing you our gas interrupter, vacuum interrupter in series with the visible disconnect and ground position. As you can see, we have a gas gauge here, Dilo fill valve again, and then we have a visible disconnect that you can see very easily. It's in the closed position right now. It shows closed over here on the labels. It'll show open, and then it'll also show grounded when we go through each position. Again, we'll interrupt the load with the vacuum switch, but I'll show you there's an interlock. You see they cannot grab the visible disconnect handle and try to interrupt load with the visible disconnect. They must interrupt the load first with the vacuum switch. The vacuum switch is now interrupted load, and now we'll go ahead and deploy the visible disconnect. Now you can see the blades are open. and we have a visible brake along with the vacuum switch. So we have two switches in series open for safety of the line personnel. And this is true with every visible brake device we have. We always interrupt in the vacuum contact, and then we have the visible brake in series with the vacuum interrupter. So you have two switches in series for double the safety for the line personnel. And now I'll deploy the ground position. I cannot go any further because we have an interlock, so they can never switch it into the ground without the padlock unlocking it and flipping the interlock, and then now they can go into the ground. And now we've grounded the bushings coming into the device. Go ahead and pick the load back up. So I'll go ahead and take the visible brake out of ground. I can't do that without unlatching the interlock. So now I'm in the open position, and now I'll go ahead and close the visible disconnect. And it's closed, and then I use the vacuum switch to pick up the load. What this ensures is that the device is never in the ground position before you pick up load.